next student we have is the student is thinking that he or she will work for 2 years, take a job,
Mhm.
and then he'll go for entrepreneurship.
Uh, that sounds kind of similar. Uh, that
Okay.
is something which I was going through. I won't say you should after college you should go for 2 years of job and then you should start entrepreneurship. Of course, entrepreneurship is something which is defined by each and every person by his goals, right? See, Tesla was started by Elon Musk when he was not so young, like not at our age. He was quite big, like he was elder to us. So it does not matter. Even this Mark Zuckerberg started when he was very young. He was quite young than us. So it does not matter when you are starting. Or I won't say that your success will be hampered if you start late or if you start early. But I'll just say the moment you see an opportunity, try and grab it. I saw the opportunity when I was in second year, I grabbed it. If
Okay.
people see an opportunity before engineering, they can grab it at that time. Because trust me, when you are going to do entrepreneurship while being a student, it will be way more easier. Of course, customers don't trust you because you're still a student, but that is up to you how you can build your customer base. But it is always better to start as early as possible. And of course, while doing a job, it is impossible to start a startup because at present scenario, like where whatever working conditions I have been through, I have seen that the jobs go for around 10 hours, 12 hours a day, and after that kind of stress you don't have the mindset of sitting in a place and thinking or jotting out ideas what you want to do in your startup. So if you want, you can start your startup as early as possible. That will be beneficial because whenever you're doing a startup, it does not mean you have to do it single handedly. You can have trustworthy people around you and you can always rely on them when you are not available. So that is how my mindset is, that we can have a startup as early as possible. And of course, it is not let's not limit ourselves to one category or one topic. If a person sees opportunity in multiple domains, you should first check the feasibility. Is it really feasible? Is it really profitable? Is it really going to give you that much amount of profit as much as the time you're going to invest? Because whenever you're going to invest something, be it money or time, you should make sure that you're not losing anything. Rather, you should try and maximize your profits, you maximize your efficiency. So that's how I would say a startup should actually function.
Okay. The situation part is over here, but I have a question. What would you suggest to the 18 to 21 years of yourself? Any suggestions for yourself in the past?
Okay, like if I was in the past, I was in the 18 to 21 age, what would I suggest myself?
Yeah,
Of course, I
right
have
now.
done a lot of mistakes. Yeah, uh, I have done a lot of mistakes which I would like to correct. I would like to tell myself to avoid those mistakes. So I'll just point out a few mistakes which are never what do we say, never judge yourself as some, never, you should not say that you are small or you are a minor or you are less in something. You're not inferior in any particular domain. If you have the determination, be confident that you are the one and you can do it at any cost. Because I have suffered a lot due to this, because people in the market, see, we are in the college, we are at home, we are in the college, we are literally in a secured shell. We are not hampered by any people or anything. But once you step out of this comfort zone, you will find that the world is ready to tear up and eat you. It is not as easy as eating a cake. People are not so calm and friendly outside. In the outside world, the only thing people care is मेरा पैसा, मेरा profit, मेरा धंधा होना चाहिए. I don't care what is happening to you. So you should not be that mentality. You should not have that mentality, but you should know how to survive in that situation. There were times in my life also when I thought that नहीं बस अब ये सब बंद करना है, अपना पढ़ाई करेंगे, अच्छे से जॉब करेंगे, जिंदगी भर जॉब करेंगे. But again after a few days the entrepreneur in me pops up and he says no, we have to do something about this. There have been various situations. I have worked with the government for once, and that was the first experience where I was working with a government organization. I had worked with the National Defense Academy, and I won't reveal each and every part as it is confidential and time consuming, but I'll just say that I I had missed their data somewhere. Like I had lost their data while working on their system, and it was such a deadly situation that they said that we can give you hardly 24 hours. As it is, the systems are so confidential in there, they don't allow their systems to be taken out of their premises. So I had given a written letter that if any kind of data is lost, I will be the whole and sole responsible for that. And I was literally not understanding whether I should have cried that time or I should have laughed. What was happening? I was feeling like everything is going to end because I have missed the government's data and the government will screw me up now. But see, situations come and they teach you lessons. So we found out a solution. We could recover their data. We gave their data back, and we closed that issue. So that was one part. And see, when you are in the professional industry, when you are in the professional domain, when you talk people, you will require hundreds of people to revise you, because now I'm talking with you, Ria. Now I'm talking with Sharvin, Aniket, anyone I'm talking with now. You can see there is a particular flow which I have acquired now. That flow is acquired with time going with the time. Because previously when I used to talk to customer, I'll give you an example how I used to talk to customer. The customer would say, hi, who are you? So I would say that I am a student. First mistake, never say you're a student. You are an entrepreneur, you are never a student. So you should never mention it anywhere. The moment you mention that you're a student, that trust level drops to 50%. Only 50% trust is remaining now. What he will say, okay, चलो ये तो बच्चा है यार, ये क्या कर पाएगा? So that mentality, if you want to change in that person, you should directly say, I own this company, I work in this company, these are our client databases. In my team also, my team who works with me, we have got a set of rules how we have to talk to people. If we fail to follow that set of rules, we are sure that we will lose that deal. But most of the times when we have followed that checklist of how to talk to people, we have successfully acquired that customer, and that checklist has got very simple rules as such, that never reveal your previous clients. What happens is, people, as I said, people are very wicked in the market. They will try to acquire whatever you are doing. We had one similar situation not very old back, but recently, where one client had come and he said that there is a mobile application we are developing and we need a VAPT team to do it. So I said, fine, we can do it. Now that person said, what are the tools which you will be using? Okay, I said, firstly, I said, we will be using globally accepted tools. That is the answer which is expected. Then he said, no, I want precisely which tools you will be using. And that this is the point where I made my first mistake. I told him what all tools I'm using. So secondly, he asked, who is the tester? Now tell me one thing. I own a company. I have my team of testers, penetration testers, developers. Am I obliged to reveal those testers, or should I be revealing my team to anyone? No, actually,
No.
that's the confidentiality clause, and I revealed each and everything, that this is the person, he's this, his qualification is this, and he's going to do this. And that moment, I realized that we had screwed up the deal. The next month went on, and we didn't hear from him. So I called him once and I said, "Would you like to do that VAPT order which we had?" He said, "No, we actually did it, and we had an internal team to do it." But I said that you didn't have anything. No, the details which you shared, from the details we got the resources and we did the
Oh,
VAPT. I was like, oh my god, this is how my IPR was used with their purpose. So these are few things. Like over the time, we have realized a lot of things which should be
okay.
done while having a business.
So these are the few suggestions which you would give yourself.
Yeah. These are the
Okay.
few things which mistakes I would try to avoid of my past.
Okay. Uh, so my part here is over. I'll hand over to Ritin now. You may continue, Ritin. Thank you, Mandar.
Yes, thank you, Ria.
Okay, thank you, Ria. And
Yes.
okay, good afternoon, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
still 15 minutes.
yeah. So, just a few questions I'd like to ask, and then we'll conclude. Okay,
Definitely, sure.
okay. So, first question from my side is, what motive you had that derived you to go into the field of cyber security? Like
Mm,
a specific reason.
okay, specific reason you want. You remember when we were like, not you, you were quite younger to me that time also. When I was in 8th standard and 8th, 9th standard, that time there was a huge craze in youngsters for playing the Grand Theft Auto, right?
Yes, yes,
People were very crazy. मेरे को वो game चाहिए, मेरे को game खेलना है.
yes.
That time when the entire generation was engrossed in playing that game, I had an idea and I converted that into a business. I said that
Wow.
जिसको game खेलना है मेरे पास आओ, मैं तुमको game दूंगा. And I used to literally uh, copy games from one CD to another CD, and I used to sell those CDs. So that was something which I will say. The only thing which drives me is seeing how this thing can grow, how a particular thing can grow, or let's say there are many things which drive me to do a business. First thing is freedom to choose what I want to do. In a job, of course, I don't have that freedom. Then secondly, I can have a lifestyle, or I can have a life which I desire. Job करोगे 9 to 5 तो job चली गई, and 9 to 5 is way back, bro. 9 to 5 was something which was like 10 years ago. Now it is like morning 9 to evening 10. This is how the schedule I am following currently. So that's how it is going, and the salary is also very very this much.
Yes.
So if you want to grow as such, if you want to grow exponentially, then that is where your business will drive you.
Okay. Okay. So my next question to you is, what is the top cyber security concern your business faces today?
Customer acquisition has always been a concern which not only my but every cybersecurity organization, or every organization in particular, faces.
Yeah.
Customer acquisition is very difficult. When you are approaching a particular client, you should even if you have the right tools in your mind, everything you have correctly planned, or how to speak, what to speak, something or the other leads to the failure of that job. And that will of course come by experience only. And if you see this COVID situation, due to this situation, everything is disturbed so drastically that having a business, you can only internal R&D team can work, your internal research can work, but getting a customer has become quite difficult. So
Okay.
that is one big challenge in cybersecurity. Secondly, people don't have the awareness of this thing, because as I said, technology is growing. People are just getting aware of what technology is there in their hand. Like mobile आज Android 9 है, कल Android 10 है, उतना ही लोगों को पता है. They don't know the security flaws what they are evolving with. And until and unless people know about it, they won't fall into this field of security.
Okay. 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 The next question is, what improvements must be done in the society to prevent cyber threat at a minimal basis, especially in India?
First and foremost, awareness should be spread across the nation, because what I have seen is people's approach in the industry is they won't spend on cyber security, right? Let's for example say you have a company yourself, you have a company, and your company works in IT infrastructure, and you are like, क्या मैं हर साल $50,000, why should I waste $50,000 every year in getting my security hardened? Why should I work on the threat modeling analysis, and why should I secure my network? But when an attack happens on your company, you lose few millions of dollars. Then you realize, अरे यार secure करना चाहिए था. This approach, that this एक बार once once you fall down, then you realize, okay, fine, I should have I should have taken a leap here instead of walking. So this is what needs to be changed. Awareness should be spread across industries, across individuals, across corporates, everywhere. This awareness thing should be spread. And of course, the government has already said in the IT Act that it is compulsory for an IT industry or any industry having a network to conduct a security audit. At least it will give you an idea where your security stands. But still, again, I'll say people are not willing to invest in security because they think that it is not much needed. But once they face an attack, then they are ready to secure their system. But it's already too late. So that's how, because of that mentality, the security businesses are also hampered. You might have seen there are a lot of industries who will be app development. We are into web development. We are into development. We do this. We do that. How many industries have you seen in cybersecurity? How many people have you seen
Very
who are
true.
actually trying to build a security domain? So that gives you all the answers.
Okay, so it is underdeveloped, you can say, in India, as
In India, yes, it is quite underdeveloped.
okay,
The industry is underdeveloped.
okay, and countries, especially as China and United States, they are very developed in that, right?
They are developed because they could understand the depth of that field. They could understand कि एक बंदे के हाथ में मोबाइल है, उस बंदे के हाथ का मोबाइल यूज करके उसकी पूरी जिंदगी तबाह हो सकती है. If you understand this small concept, you will understand most of the parts in security.
Yes, absolutely. So my next question is, what are your plans after this? Like, what do you want to achieve in cyber security, or you want to plan something, some new venture in future? Can you tell a little bit about this?
At present, I'm working with one cybersecurity firm that is my own firm. I am a co-founder of a financial firm who works in investment banking and all. And thirdly, I am having a job. So at present, I am having these three things on my list. But going forward, my future plan would be that, of course, I will be leaving the job. I would love to completely come into this, and I would like to grow this Newton's Apple into a security firm, a well-recognized security firm. And that's a very small thing, which I will say that this is my one and only goal, which I would like to achieve in my upcoming few years. And pardon me, but I have this plan for the next 3 to 4 years of, see, I will be leaving the job in 1.5 or 2 years maximum. And till then, we have created a precise business plan according to which at present we are going, and it is going well. Of course, a business plan has to be practical. Like, we can't say that this year our revenue is 20,000 rupees, next year our revenue will be 2 crores. So this is not how this industry will work, right? You have to have practical goals, and you have to strive yourself hard that you can work on the practical goals. So if everything goes as per the plan which we have planned, then in the next 2 to 3 years, we will be completely working in this field itself. And of course, the investment banking firm which I have co-founded, I will be side by side working for that.
Okay. So my final question is, of course, as the audience is college students, most of them are college students, right? So anything that you would like to advise your younger generation, or who aspire to become entrepreneurs?
Each and every point from the starting of this webinar I have given out is with respect to the college students only. I literally want each and every one who has this desire to grow as an entrepreneur, that they should follow their dreams. They should achieve what they are striving to achieve. And few simple tips which I have given in between, that if they just follow regarding the customer acquisition, how to talk with people and all, that will influence their business a lot. They try to avoid the mistakes which I made. And thirdly, try to start as early as possible. When you are in college, it's the best time you can start, because even if you say, यार engineering का पढ़ाई बहुत hard है, bro, who are you trying to who are you trying to tell this point? I have been through that, and we as engineering students, we actually know what study is difficult and what is not. The more you're growing up, the more like first year, second year, third year, fourth year, the more studies go on decreasing. Like our tempo of learning goes on decreasing. So try to invest more and more time in your dreams. Try to invest into your ventures. Try to grow it as soon as possible, and don't rely on anyone else for your development. Your development is in your hand, and you can succeed if you focus on it completely. There are a lot of things which I would love to share, but due to our time constraints also, we are into this what do you say, we are restricted.
Okay. So that's it. Thank you for time, Mandar.